Hey guys! Today I'm going to share all my beach knowledge from years of living on Bali. We'll cruise from the southern Bukit Peninsula all the way up to the north coast, and I'll show you where to swim, chill, catch sunsets, and take the kids. Oh, and definitely stick around till the end for some super important safety stuff you absolutely need to know. Alright, let's kick off our tour from the southern tip of the island, Bukit Peninsula. It's this sort of jutting out part on the Bali map. And man, Bukit has some seriously amazing beaches. First up is Melasti Beach. Oh my gosh, this place is a crowd pleaser, and for good reason. What makes it so special? The water is just insanely turquoise, like ridiculously blue-green, and the waves? Usually pretty moderate, nice for swimming. Though, like everywhere in Bali, it totally depends on the weather. Sometimes you show up and it's this perfect azure paradise. Other times, well, not so much. You can rent loungers there too. We used to make it a point to visit at least once a month. That's how awesome it is. Not far from Melasti is Dreamland Beach, heading toward Uluwatu. And the name? Spot on. It really does feel dreamlike, especially during sunset, just absolutely mind-blowing. Can have gorgeous turquoise water too, but there's a catch. After heavy rains, sometimes trash gets washed up. It's unfortunately a common problem across Bali. Currents and downpours bring surprise gifts to the shore. But still, those sunsets alone make it worth the trip, trust me. If we move to another part of Bukit, we've got Nusa Dua area with its namesake beach. Nusa Dua is like Bali but not quite Bali, if that makes sense. The whole coastline is lined with fancy hotels, very Thailand style. Perfect for those who want calm waters and comfort, though personally I felt the beaches there lack a certain character. Nearby there's Giger Beach with white sand. Lots of people love it, worth checking out. And here's a major life-saving tip. Download a tide tracking app. Seriously, or you might end up driving across the island only to find knee-deep water at best. Been there, done that. More than once. Such a bummer. Moving north from Bukit, we reach Kuta and Sanur on opposite sides of the island. Kuta is the most famous beach, super close to the airport. The area is honestly tourist central, food stalls, old hotels everywhere, but the beach itself is fantastic. Super wide, super long, soft sand, no rocks, perfect for learning to surf. The water entry is gentle too, so even with ocean waves it feels comfortable. And the promenade stretching from Kuta to Canggu? Absolute gold for sunset walks. Planning a trip or move to Bali? Let Visa Pro Indonesia, the island's top legal visa agency, handle it for you. With an office right in Ubud and some of the best prices on all types of visas, they've got you covered. Right now, the most popular option is the E33G visa, valid for 1 full year with no visa runs required. They're also a licensed consulting agency, helping you legally set up a business in Indonesia, with full support and ongoing consultations. Use our promo code for exclusive discounts on any visa or company registration. Link in the description. Now, flip to the east coast and you've got Sanur. Totally different vibe. This place is heaven for families with little kids. Why? There's a reef offshore that breaks the waves. It creates this almost lagoon-like setup. The water isn't always crystal clear, but can be really beautiful depending on conditions. Another bonus, if you're with a stroller or prefer biking instead of motorbiking, Sanur is hands down your best bet. Continuing up the west coast from Kuta, we've got Legion, Seminyak, and Canggu. Basically one long continuous beach. The waves get progressively stronger as you move toward Canggu, just so you know. But this whole coastline has incredible sunsets and great swimming when it's not high surf season. Even when it's crowded, you can always find a quieter spot, grab a coconut from a vendor, and chill on a lounger. Bliss. On the east side, heading north from Sanur, you'll hit Candidasa, where beaches start transitioning to black sand. Further north are the hidden gems, Blue Lagoon, Secret Beach, and Virgin Beach. This trio is super popular with people staying in Ubud. Why? Simply because they're the closest decent beaches to Ubud. And Ubud, if you didn't know, has no beaches at all. It's all jungle and rice terraces. Push even further north over the mountains and you'll reach Ahmed, a district with a totally unique vibe. Either black sand or pebbles there, with views of Mount Batur in the distance. Just stunning. The energy of the place is powerful, and swimming there feels different somehow. More like being in a sea than an ocean. Highly recommend. If you head west from Ahmed along the north coast, you'll end up in Lovina. The main attraction there? Dolphins. It's such a cool experience. You go out on a boat and suddenly you're surrounded by a whole pod of these beautiful creatures. Just make sure to get a guide who knows how to avoid the tourist crowds, otherwise the experience isn't quite the same. Okay, I promised important safety info. Here it is. Bali has these things called rip currents, and they are very dangerous. It's when water moves away from shore in invisible channels and pulls you out to sea. Even experienced swimmers can struggle against that kind of force. Always check for beach flags. If you see red flags, don't ignore them under any circumstances. Had some friends who nearly got swept away once. With a surfboard, you have some protection. It works like a life preserver. But swimmers need to be super careful. And one last tip. If Bali ever feels too, well, Bali-ish, hectic, motorbikes, tourists, check out the neighboring islands. Nusa Lembongan is like mini Bali, but with a village vibe. Beautiful beaches, fewer people, more chill. And the Gili Islands, out of this world. The water is so blue and clear that photos from there are often mistaken for the Maldives. So that's the scoop on Bali's beaches. Hope my guide helps you find your perfect slice of paradise. Whatever you're looking for, surfing, peaceful swimming, with kids, sunset hunting, or just relaxing in calm waters, Bali won't disappoint. You might just need to explore a bit. That's it for now. Smash that like button, subscribe, you know the drill, and I'll catch you in the next video.